Well, first of all, the cache, it says that it is 0.23 miles from here, so we've got about a quarter of a mile to go.
Brian Roth is geocaching, a worldwide treasure hunt that combines the technology of global positioning systems, or GPS, the creativity of a worldwide community of geocachers, and the great outdoors.
We're in Seattle, we're in Fremont, which is a really cool neighborhood, and we are near this beautiful canal, which is kind of a fun place to run or bike and geocache, certainly, which is exactly what we're doing. We've got 0.14 miles to go.
He demonstrates how channeling the principles of peak performance into an activity can not only help your brain fitness, it's also getting people around the world off the beaten path.
The first time I ever heard about geocaching, I thought it was dumb. I thought it was a dumb, geeky idea. Then my wife, who was a little bit more, I think saw more of the potential in it, convinced me one day to get a handheld GPS unit and to go look for a cache. And it took us to a forest, nature preserve, about a mile from my house that I never knew existed. Beautiful, big, beautiful forest preserve. And in the ensuing months, as we looked for more geocaches, we just found all of these beautiful places that we never even knew existed. So for me, it was a process of discovery. It was learning about the world around me in ways that I never would have had a chance to otherwise.
A lot of people out there they were looking for an outlet to get some exercise or get them to do something different. And some people use it as a way to be social. So there's not a lot of pressure, so I think it's open to everybody, and as a result, you have like a really friendly community of people.
Geocaching combines an array of skills that your brain and body crave. Because it's a game, it's designed to be rewarding, which is important for brain change. It's a physically active endeavor, so it helps with cardiovascular health. And it forces you to pay attention, often by making the geocacher reassess their own familiar surroundings, viewing them through a completely different lens.
It uses billions of dollars worth of satellite technology and computer and internet technology to get you out in the woods to find a piece of Tupperware. People say that that technology and the internet is forcing us indoors. In fact, the opposite is happening. Through pursuits like this, the internet is actually bringing us outdoors again. It's bringing us out into groups, introducing us to other people. This is not a solitary game. This is a social game.
I probably had a handful of friends prior to geocaching, and I can safely say that I can call easily a couple of hundred people my friend. You go to geocaching events and you end up meeting more people. The socialization behind it just really develops without you even trying.
So what is it about geocaching that changes people's lives? I think it's the sense of accomplishment. It is the challenge of finding something, of completing a process, a solution, solving a puzzle, and then there's something at the end, something you can hold in your hands. You can say, I found this. This is an accomplishment.
I plugged in the address of this hotel, and it told me that there was one within 75 feet of us. The hint that I located says it's on top of the lot, so we'd probably have to get on top of the parking lot here in order to be able to locate it. So chances are, what I'm looking at here is going to be in one of these holes. So what I'm feeling for is a small container.
Our brain is seeking continuous challenge. It's seeking novelty, it's seeking new experiences, it's seeking that new path. It's also basically asking us to retain our fundamental engagement with a natural environment.
Each cache is a new experience, and I have to really think through that experience and approach it in a new way. One of the reasons I love road trips and geocaching, because I explore new places and it keeps me thinking, exploring, being interested in my surroundings. And I learn something new every time I go out caching. Whether it's something new about a community or a location or a new interesting hide style for a cache. But it keeps me active and moving and really engaged in my surroundings.
Dick and Arlene Falley are in their 80s and have geocached in every state in America. The physical activity that accompanies geocaching is critical to Arlene.
I had both rheumatoid and osteoarthritis when I was in my 30s. And my philosophy was, if I ever sat down, I'd just freeze in place, and I've kept very, very active all my life. And I read an article here a while back, and I picked up an arthritis magazine, and I didn't even know they had them in some doctor's office. And it was talking about that now they have decided that keeping active is the most important ingredient. And that's my philosophy, keep moving.
Because a worldwide community continually creates and updates caches, there are an ever-expanding universe of possible finds. And each cache is rated based on the difficulty of locating it, so the challenge can escalate gradually. Caches can be almost any size, and sometimes even any shape. This keeps a level of uncertainty that engages the brain as well.
You have no idea what you're looking for. So after you experience a bit more finding things, and you see, okay, yeah, this looks like it would be good for this type of size cache. This is what I may be looking for.
Does geocaching make you smarter? I certainly think it makes you more alert. You have to have your senses about you. I think for older people this is particularly true. You have to be aware of the hazards that are around you, of the clues as to whether you're in the right area to find what you're looking for.
It's not really about finding these little game pieces out in the woods or in town. It's about finding the locations where they're hidden. And sometimes it's all about the hide. You'll find one that's a really clever hide, but usually it's because they found a great place that they want to show you. And I always say that is the real hidden treasure in geocaching, is the locations you're taken to.
It's a game without competition, you know, and we're accustomed to thinking of games as having winners and losers. There are no losers in geocaching.
So we're in the right place, and that's geocache. A lifetime of adventure for free.